sexy ass peanut butter nigga comes out of the store and throws homeboy to the ground and starts punching the shit out of him. And she's yelling, stop! She's scared for her life now because sexy ass peanut butter nigga just beat up this fucking redneck. Sorry, fucking fly. Just beat up this fucking redneck. And then the gas station attendant comes out with a shotty and it's like, you better leave my store. So sexy ass peanut butter nigga leaves the store. So on the drive there, Sanaa Lathan is freaked out by him. But rather than doing what even the least logical chick would do in the situation, because she was into him for a long time, like it's not like she just met this motherfucker. She was into him for, I guess, a week or so. I'm not sure, because the timeline in this movie is fucked too. Like, they try to tell you when dates are, because it's almost like they know that the spacing of the scenes is so fucked. Anyway, it's a short time, but I guess it's a long time or it's an intense time. I'm not fucking sure. Sexy ass peanut butter nigga scares her off. He drives her home the entire way home. She gets out all freaked out. She's not accepting his phone calls, his emails, his text messages, his flowers. Okay, so he's starting to maybe get a little overboard or something. They don't really show that well that he's necessarily going overboard. Also, again, this is where the timeline is a problem. Because if he's starting to do, like, some of these overt romantic gestures, like sending flowers to her office and shit, like in the span of a couple of days, alright. But if he's doing that in the span of a few weeks, then we could say he's creepy, blah, blah, blah. But they don't show that well. They don't show that properly at all. Like, they don't give Sanaa Lathan different hairstyles or fucking anything. Change the season, fucking anything. They don't do anything right with the fucking timeline in this goddamn movie. So, I suppose sexy ass peanut butter nigga is creeping Sanaa Lathan out because he's being too overt with the thing. Okay, fine. So she changes her number. One of Sanaa Lathan's friends gives sexy ass dark chocolate nigga, fucking fly. I'm gonna kill this goddamn fly. Gives sexy ass Morris Chestnut her new number. Why? Cause sure, that's what friends do. They just give your exes her new fucking number. That's just how that goes all the time. Every time. That's just what happens. No, that's not fucking what happens. But that's what happened in this movie. So, sexy ass dark chocolate nigga contacts Sanaa Lathan and is like, yeah, baby, your blonde friend from Cold Case gave me your fucking new cell phone number. And I was thinking maybe we could, maybe go out or something, And Sanaa Lathan, for the second time in this movie, on the heels of a very recent breakup, I guess, because again, the timeline is fucked, but I'm pretty sure these breakups are happening in close proximity to each other. It's like, yeah, sure, alright. And not even established, like, you maybe could get away with that if you could say that she needed to be fucked, but she just got fucked by sexy ass caramel nigga. Why is she? I don't understand. There's nothing that makes sense in this movie. Why would she go back to sexy ass milk chocolate nigga? Especially when she's dealing with, she didn't even say like for protection or anything like that. Like she didn't even try to employ him as protection from sexy ass peanut butter nigga. I don't fucking understand. Oh, and at some point she puts out a restraining order or tries to put out a restraining, no, she does put out a restraining order, but it's hard for her to put out a restraining order on sexy ass peanut butter nigga, which made me shake my head because I'm like, I've never had a restraining order put on me, but I've heard stories about like husbands who live in the house with the wives and have had no problems before, and she was able to get a fucking restraining order on him almost immediately, and the motherfucker had like 5 or 10 minutes to get the fuck out. Like, I know cops. My dad's a former fucking cop. He told me stories about this shit. I've heard stories about this shit from other people that you don't, that really, especially with women in 2015, it's not impossible for them to get they don't really get that hard a time when it comes to putting restraining orders out on motherfuckers. So, for this movie to say that, like, she got hassled when trying to put a restraining order on this nigga, it's almost like it was trying to fill fucking time because it didn't think it would make an hour and a half, but then again, going back to the quick cuts, what the fuck are the quick cuts for anyway? She gets a restraining order on sexy ass peanut butter nigga. She's on a date with Flex's sexy ass dark chocolate nigga. They're at this restaurant. They're talking over shit. They're, I guess, reconnecting or whatever. Flex sexy ass nigga. Flex sexy ass. The peanut butter nigga's over in the corner, flicking his drink and looking weird and shit. Like, I guess, like, broke up, like, he was doing that shit, and he like, I guess something with his finger was supposed to be his trigger. I guess he's in the corner with this drink. She's freaked out by him in the corner with this drink. Flex's sexy ass dark chocolate nigga goes over and tries to man up to him, but again, by no fault of the actor. By no fault of the actors. This scene comes off like some fucking 5th grade bullshit. The lines that they give are fucking ridiculous. Flex's sexy ass dark chocolate nigga, this is his scene. This is Morris Chestnut's scene to be hard as fuck. To be hard as nails. This is Morris Chestnut's scene to be like, hey nigga, you need to get the fuck away from my lady. She don't want to be with you no more. Blah blah. You know, all that shit. Or this is the scene. This is the scene that makes the villain. This is the scene that makes Flex's sexy ass peanut butter nigga. This is the scene right here. Because he tells him in a very PG-13 way, and really a PG way. Really, most of this movie is PG. Like, I think the only reason it got a 13 was because people died in it. Like, it's a fucking PG movie. Because he tells him in a very PG way. Did it make you mad thinking about her having sex with me? Like, it's almost like he said making the love. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the part. That's the part where if you're a good villain, you go into detail like, I don't remember anything about you except her saying that she's never had anybody as big as me before, or who lasted as long as me before. You know, she does this thing where she curls her toes when you hit just the right spot. Have you seen that? Nah, I don't. You probably haven't. Anyway, there's this thing that she does where her eyes roll in the back of her head when you bend her over the couch in just the right position and her leg is up like this. You know, shit like that. You know, to really get under the motherfucker's nails. Like, whatever you have to say to get under that motherfucker's skin, say it. Flex sexy ass peanut butter nigga didn't really say it. It was very fucking PG, and that's not at all how that fucking scene would play, and it's solely on the writer. That fucking writing of that scene was shit. Alright, so Flex sexy ass dark chocolate nigga grabs him. You need to leave. And then he leaves. And Flex sexy ass dark chocolate nigga goes back to Sanaa Lathan, and they go back to her place, and he asks if he's wasting his time. She says no, but he doesn't go in and fuck her. Flex sexy ass peanut butter nigga still waiting outside in his car. And again, this is a fairly opulent, or not opulent, but it's a well-to-do neighborhood. Like, nobody's seen this nigga. Like, the same car. Like, he had an old school Charger. Nobody noticed that shit. Sanaa Lathan didn't notice that shit as smart as she's supposed to be. Anyway, at some point, Sanaa Lathan has a nosy cat lady neighbor that we see, who comes in for no reason other than the fact she's gonna get killed later in the movie. When Flex sexy ass dark chocolate nigga comes in the house and fucks Sanaa Lathan again, Flex sexy ass peanut butter nigga is stalking inside the house and like creeping in corners and shit. If you've seen one of the trailers, you've seen the entire fucking scene, which is bullshit! How are you? That is easily one of the probably better scenes of the movie, and that's not giving it much credit. And you're just going to give it away in a trailer. You're just going to give it away in a trailer. Why? Because the movie's shit. That's why. Flex sexy ass light-skinned nigga is under the bed as Flex's sexy ass dark-skinned nigga is putting the bricks in Sanaa Lathan. But again, because it's a PG-13 movie, shot like a PG movie, he doesn't appear to really be putting fucking bricks to... Here's the thing about sex scenes in movies. You can tell a lot by the chemistry that actors have in sex scenes in movies. You really can, based on the characters, based on the different kinds of sex that they're having. There's steamy sex, there's making love sex, there's rough sex, there's just I just want to fuck you sex. There's all kinds of different sex, and it all can be conveyed in a lot of different ways in movies. And the thing is, this homogenized bullshit sex that Sanaa Lathan is having with these dudes in this movie is making the sex scenes fucking ridiculous. And it doesn't fucking matter why these sex scenes are happening. And they're not fucking sexy. They're not sensual. They're not nothing. There's not a good soundtrack. I almost forgot about the fucking soundtrack. The score to this movie was also shit. The score to this movie sounded like a fucking sitcom score from like the 90s. God damn it, the score for this shit, the quote-unquote suspenseful music that's supposed to be playing is not fucking suspenseful. The funny music that's supposed to be playing is not fucking funny. It's fucking terrible. It's awful. It's awful. Whoever scored this movie needs to be shot in the fucking head too. The score, the music in this movie is goddamned terrible and does nothing to help the moods of the scenes. A good score / soundtrack can help score the scenes for the movie. You don't know what I'm talking about? Go watch goddamn Goodfellas. The soundtrack helps score the As Flex sexy ass dark skinned nigga is done fucking Sanaa Lathan and he are officially back together, and she gives him a watch. And she was gonna give him before they broke up, but then they broke up, and she was gonna take it back, and she had it engraved. There's more exposition on this goddamn watch. There's better explanation on this motherfucking timepiece in 2015, because who the fuck wears watches anymore, than there is on anything else in the fucking movie. And I guess during this whole time, Flex sexy ass peanut butter nigga has been watching them on computers and shit. So Flex sexy ass dark skinned nigga gets the watch, and she's like, "Do you like it?" And he's like, "I'll never take it off. Ever. I'll never take it off." Keep that in mind, because that's supposed to be important later. So Flex's sexy ass peanut butter nigga has been following them on social media and even Facebook. Ooh, that's creepy. He Facebooked this motherfucker he doesn't know. Anybody can do that. Flex sexy ass dark skinned nigga is driving home, but Flex sexy ass light skinned nigga has loosened his lug nuts, which I guess means that his car is wildly out of control, as opposed to just kind of at some point him feeling that his wheels are wobbly and him like, maybe I shouldn't be driving this fast around these curvy hills in this fucking mountain like this. Anyway, so Flex sexy ass dark skinned nigga gets run off the road. Flex sexy ass light skinned nigga comes along with surgical gloves and smothers him to death as he's trapped in his car. Like, he's trapped underneath his car, but like his head's out and shit. And he smothers him to death. Flex sexy ass dark skinned nigga didn't bite him, didn't try to escape at all. Like, at all. Like, I know it was in a crash, but he's getting smothered by a nigga and he knows who the nigga is. Like, he didn't do that at all. At all. The gloves didn't seem like they would be a good fit. Because again, like, if there's any suspicion at all, an autopsy could kind of determine how he died. Smothering is different than car injuries from car crash. I'm no doctor, but pretty sure that's right. So, Flex's sexy ass light skinned nigga sees Flex's sexy ass dark skinned nigga's watch and apparently automatically knows that Sanaa Lathan gave him this watch, and so he takes the watch. How does he know to take the watch? So Flex's ass sexy ass light skinned nigga takes Flex's ass sexy ass dark skinned nigga's watch away from him. We never see Flex's ass sexy ass dark skinned nigga again. Oh, so the detective who gave her restraining order, and by the way, I'm not even sure if detectives give restraining orders. I don't know. Like, a normal cop at the fucking desk could probably give it. So this detective, who I guess is supposed to be her guardian angel or something, comes to tell her that Flex's sexy ass dark skinned nigga was in a car crash, except how does he know who the fuck Flex's sexy ass dark skinned nigga is to Sanaa Lathan? He doesn't, because it wasn't brought up. He doesn't fucking know him at all. He doesn't know that there's a fucking connection at all. And there has to be other next of kin. He makes a point at some point of talking about how kids affect relationships, which he isn't terribly off the mark there when he talks about it, but about like how his brother and sisters and his parents didn't like to